First, I'd just like to say to the Senate staff, thank you for a tremendous event last night and everything that you've done today. Thank you. Like I said, they've done a great job. So Greg Razer was one of the first people I met when I got into the Senate. And it wasn't obvious that we were going to be friends. There he was, a Democrat from Kansas City, wearing a loud checkered suit. And there I was, a conservative Republican from the farm in the boot hill in my navy blue suit. But we quickly established a few things we had in common. First and foremost, Greg was from the boot hill. He grew up in a little town of Cooter, home of the Cooter Wildcats, and not far from me. Being from the boot hill meant that Greg and I appreciated a lot of the same things. We both grew up with the love of Poncho's cheese dip and Elvis. And when I sponsored a bill about cotton trailers, there was one senator who didn't need any explanation about what that bill was about. Having another senator of the boot hill has always been an asset in other ways too. When the Cooter Wildcats believed their basketball team was shortchanged in the state quarterfinals, they didn't have just one, but they had two senators that were calling Misha to get clarification. We also both went to Mizzou, where Greg distinguished himself as being Truman the Tiger at Mizzou games. The fact, along with his love for Elvis, might explain his unusual fashion sense. I'd like to say that I don't believe that Senator Razer is here, but I'd just like to say thank you because Senator Razer made a trip down from Kansas City to help with a personal matter that I had in my family. A lot of people wouldn't do that, and I want to say that just personally thank him for making the time to do that, and like I say, definitely helping with a member of my family. Finally, I'll tell you about a story about Greg that happened in our first session here. It was about 4 a.m. in the Senate. Everybody had a long night. There was a lot of stress and not much sleep. On his way out of the chamber, Senator Razer had a seizure. I was right in front of him and heard him when he hit. Also, Senator Roberts was there and came out to help. When the senator didn't respond immediately, I sent my chief of staff back into the chamber and said, get a doctor, Dr. Bob Onder. We were able to revive Greg and get the EMTs there to check him out, and we all know he fully recovered and returned to the Senate. The thing that tells you about Greg, something about very important and firstmost, he's a dedicated senator who pushes himself to get the job done. But it also says a lot, Greg, that he could get Senators Roberts, Onder, Bean, and Razer working together for a united purpose in the Senate even after a long night of filibustering. Seriously, Greg had been the kind of senator we all aspire to be faithfully representing his district while also recognizing the needs of the state. It has been an honor to serve in the Senate with Senator Razer. Thank you.